What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, the thyroid. The thyroid is a very important hormone. In fact, my thyroid is a bit sluggish. A part of my hormone replacement therapy where I take testosterone. I also, that's basically the base of my hormone replacement therapy is testosterone. I also have prescribed to me MK677, which is a potentiator of human growth hormone release. Now, I also take Armour Thyroid. This is prescribed by my doctor, Hormone Health and Wellness. Again, I don't want to post it here, but if you want to know who they are, they work with anybody in the United States. You can message me at Marc Lobliner on Instagram or go ahead and contact them. It's Hormone Health and Wellness, West Palm Beach is what they are. So check it out. Let's talk about the thyroid. What exactly is the thyroid in charge of? A lot of people think, oh, it's just about fat loss, right? Thyroid fat loss. Well, it is a huge part of fat loss because it regulates the metabolic rate in your body, as well as your heart, digestive function, muscle control, brain development, mood and bone maintenance. Its correct functioning depends on having a good supply of iodine from the diet. So it's controlled by something called thyrotrophin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus in the brain, and by the thyroid stimulating hormone produced by the pituitary gland. This forms part of the feedback loop called the hypothalamic pituitary thyroid axis. Thyroid stimulating hormone and free thyroid hormones are used to monitor thyroid function in a patient. So this is what they test for. Typically, modest changes in free thyroid hormones would result in large changes in thyroid stimulating hormone. Now, what we've realized about this, without getting into too many semantics, the thyroid does a lot of things. And a lot of you won't get to my level where you need to be prescribed thyroid hormone. However, if you do go and do all this and your thyroid levels are still coming back low, I do recommend you get your blood work done. Again, my guy can take care of it. You go to your general practitioner. I recommend at least once a year, you get all your blood work checked from your testosterone to your estrogen, to your cholesterol, to your lipids, to all this, all right? So what can you do to the thyroid? Now, what happens when you have a slow thyroid? That's when it becomes more than calories in, calories out, okay? That's when your thyroid can sabotage your fat loss. You'll be fatter, you'll lack energy, your hormones will go down. Basically, your thyroid regulates all other functions in your body. It is a vitally important hormone. So, what foods do you look at? Well, you need iodine in your body for your thyroid to function. A lot of table salt has that. Now, you guys know I recommend eating pink Himalayan salt or sea salt. I don't like table salt. It's just not my thing. But there are ways to get more iodine in your diet. I'm gonna give you some food options. Okay, here's some healthy foods for your thyroid. Leafy greens, spinach, lettuce, things like that. They're very good, high in magnesium. We also have a ZMA supplement from MTS Nutrition, which will help you get more magnesium, machine greens, all that. If you do not have enough magnesium, it'll do many more things than just affect your thyroid. Fatigue, muscle cramps, changes in heartbeat, inability to sleep well. Nuts such as cashews, almonds, and pumpkin seeds are excellent sources of iron. Now, iron are a good source. Iron is good and it helps to support your thyroid. And also nuts are rich in selenium, which is also very supportive of your thyroid. So, that's the thing that's why I'm also going to recommend beef, which has the most bioavailable form of iron in it. So you got leafy greens, nuts, and beef, thyroid supporting nutrients or foods. Seafood, fish, shrimp, seaweeds, those are high in iodine. Now, I'm not a big fan of table salt, which is usually contains iodine. They add it in there. I want you to get a natural form of iodine. And from this seafood, you get that natural form of iodine. Kale. Don't eat it. It's a myogoitrogen. In rare cases, it prevents the thyroid from getting enough iodine. That's right, kale can actually be an anti-nutrient to iodine. It shouldn't be a problem with you unless you don't get enough iodine. But if you don't eat these foods that I'm talking about, you don't use table salt, it could be an issue. And that's also an issue with cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts, although maybe not as severe. Soy. Some of the chemicals found in soy products like soy milk or edamame could also hurt your thyroid's ability to make hormones, but only if you don't get enough iodine and eat large amounts. To less of an extent than kale, I think soy can be an issue. But unless you're literally going eating sushi and getting, $80 worth of edamame every day, or you're a vegan who's supplementing your diet with a ton of tofu, I don't really think it is a great issue or a great cause of concern. But if you're not getting enough iodine foods, you're getting a lot of soy, you're getting a lot of kale and stuff, let's say you're a super vegan, drinking super vegan shakes, that could be a problem. So here's another thing, organ meats, okay? Organ meats can actually be beneficial. Now, don't get too many. However, it does have something called lipoic acid. You can also supplement with lipoic acid, alpha lipoic acid, or you could, but here's the thing, you don't want to get too much, and it can also potentiate thyroid medicines you take. So be careful with that. So organ meats, liver, heart, kidney. Who the hell eats heart and kidney? But liver, people eat liver. And you've heard a lot about gluten and your thyroid. It can damage the small intestines of people with celiac disease. However, for the rest of us, it doesn't matter. So all of you who hear that gluten affects your thyroid, it does. If you're of the less than 1% of the population who have celiac disease. If you're not, you just think you are. So here's the deal with thyroid. It's very important. You want to get enough iodine in your diet, and you want to get enough vitamins and minerals in your diet to support it. Another thing that I have found empirically, to help with thyroid output, I have no science to back this. Avocado. The rich vitamins and minerals, tyrosine. I have found that as I diet people down as a coach and I add in avocado, it does prevent metabolic slowdown. Whether it's through another pathway or whether it's through the thyroid, I'm not sure. All I know is that sometimes, very rarely, if I see an issue, I will swap out most of a client's fat sources for avocado leading into the show. High in monounsaturated fats, which is the heart healthy fat, and also I believe I have no science to back this, be beneficial for thyroid output. If you're interested in my coaching, it's at marclobliner.com. That's marclobliner.com. marclobliner.com. I coach everybody from lifestyle, men, women, obese who don't want to be obese anymore, family guys who just want to have more energy to play with their kids. I coach them all. Also, what am I sipping on today? There's a brand new machine fuel flavor BCAA, branched amino acids intra-workout. Also contains coconut water powder, agmatine sulfate, and L-taurine. This is our new flavor, Circus Juice. This tastes like, let me tell you what this tastes like. It tastes like, remember the bananas when you buy Runts? It tastes like Runts. It does. So good. Circus Juice Machine Fuel. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Again, I'm on prescription Armour, but Armour's not like Synthroid. There are more harsh prescriptions. Synthroid, T3. This is a much less harsh. It's more of a stimulant for your thyroid. It's natural. It comes from a porcine or pig source. And Armour just basically gives me just enough. I don't have a huge thyroid issue, but my thyroid levels are low. So in addition to this, I make sure to abide by those things in the diet. I also make sure to eat ample guacamole or avocado toast to awaken my inner white girl. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Am I out of my mind? Do I know what I'm talking about? I'm Marc Lobliner. Your thyroid controls everything. And that's not a game. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Look who I ran into in LA.
Good to meet you. I've been watching your videos a long time. Tell me about this protein bar.
So it's the Outright Bar, man. It's all natural ingredients made with real food. None of that. You ever want to work out? You want just a little snack, a little bar before training, but you know the other bars might give you a gut bomb.
Right.
This is something that doesn't have any prebiotic fiber, no glycerin, no sugar alcohols. It's whole, real food.
That is a tasty bar.
Really?
It's easy to eat. It's not too chewy. Normally eat something like this with a big ass glass of milk. That's good.
So it's like a
That's really
cookie.
good. No, it's not good.
If you want, we also have the, want to try the almond butter one while we're here?
Love to.
All right, so
That's
this
a
is,
badass bar.
this is made with almond butter, Steve.
That's a winner too.
Really?
He's badass. Good protein bars. Where can people find these?
Well, they can find it at many retail stores. You can find it at tigerfitness.com.
2 badass protein bars. So they get 2 double middle fingers up from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's the bottom line.